Hi there, I'm Tasha.
And I'm Fallon.
And together, we're the hosts of No Roadmap with Tasha and Fallon.
It's a podcast where two black women have real, random talks.
We cover everything from hobbies to relationships, pop culture, and social issues.
We don't shy away from the tough conversations, but we also like to have fun and be ourselves.
So join us every other Thursday as we share our thoughts, stories, and experiences.
You never know where the conversation might take us, but we promise it'll be worth it.
No roadmap, just real random talk.
So what do you say, Tasha? Are you ready to hit record and get started?
Let's do it, Fallon. Let's give the people what they want.
Hey, Tasha, what's going on?
Hey, girl. How are you?
I'm well. It's been a busy day. I'm glad to finally be able to sit down and talk with you.
Yes,
this
finally.
has been a long time coming.
I feel like it's been baking for a minute, and now we're finally taking it out of the oven.
I hope it's not fallen.
Right. It souffled us.
Oh,
yes, I'm hoping it's not a souffle. No. This is going to be amazing.
So today we're going to talk about our passionate hobbies. And when you first sent it to me, I was like, yeah, I got passionate hobbies. And I'm like, do I have passionate hobbies? or maybe I just get sucked into random things and be like, that was a season.
And then I throw myself into it in the moment.
Right. And then you move on.
I did that. What's next?
What's next? So I guess difficult times that were really the most recent, obviously, was our COVID-19. Which actually destroyed a lot of my passionate hobbies because I couldn't do them anymore.
Yeah, it did that for a lot of folks.
A lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Singing, like where are you going to sing? Because you don't want to breathe on anybody.
My living room to my cats.
Right? Yeah. I did do that, and I'm pretty sure the landlady was like, "I can hear you."
I was gonna say my neighbors were. By like week 3, my neighbors were like, "Shut up."
She was much nicer. She's like, I can hear you, right? Oh, yeah, I'll tone it down.
And I can imagine your belt probably carried all the way through
in the 1875 house. Yeah, it carried because it wasn't rickety. It was very well put together.
From basement to attic. You are welcome.
Like you should be paying me extra for that.
Listen, no one does Michael McDonald the way I do Michael McDonald.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So what about you? How did you get through other than terrorizing
my neighbors with my off-key walling? Well, theater took a backseat because obviously we couldn't be in the same spaces. But thank God for Zoom. I was able to reconnect with family.
That's awesome.
So we used to do, a weekly Zoom call with about 15 of us on. But theater is really what got me through. Performing in theater. Zoom readings and TikTok. That's when I learned about TikTok.
That's amazing.
But only because I wanted to perform. So
right.
My daughter would find these videos and we would recreate some of the dances and
look at you.
uploaded. Yeah.
Being so modern and edgy.
Listen, you have to be when you have a young adult living in your house. God know what she's watching.
Oh, 100%.
So she introduced me to TikTok. I had 2 friends once a week, every week we would get together. There was a park behind the condo.
Aww.
The condo association that I lived in. And the 3 of us would get together and we would park our cars and we didn't get out the cars. Mm-hmm. We would just park our cars in triangles and I would bring wine and another one would bring wine and a mixed drink. And we would sit for like 2 hours and just sort of catch up.
Right.
On the week that had happened before.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. That was one good thing about reconnecting with family. My cousins and I had a happy hour, which always lasted like 4 hours.
There we go.
But it was really good. And I had a online poker game that was doing very well. And I'd have a computer here and a tablet here so I could play the game there and chat with them here. And then it fell apart for reasons I cannot tell the audience.
Okay. Is that another episode?
It might be another episode.
Tune in for that one. Because now I want to know what happened. Alan's getting upset. But no, the performing, because I love to perform.
Right.
It's more than just a hobby. It's a passion of mine. But I could not let that go.
Right.
And I was so blessed to have like-minded people who felt the same way.
Yes.
So we all got together and different theater sects of friends would hit me up and say, hey, we're going to do a reading of this. Would you be interested? Join us here. Or I tell you, if I didn't have that, I would have driven everyone in my house mad.
I think it's surprising because I don't like to audition anymore. And so I had actually fallen out of theater before COVID hit.
Yeah, you said that.
So I really wasn't looking to do any readings or anything, but I spent all my time with my church and trying to hold them together, getting online services so people can see, so they know that we're still here.
Yeah.
And that's where I spent all of my time.
I feel like my mother did that too. I feel like that was sort of her salvation.
Right.
Just really throwing herself into her church.
Yes.
And doing conference calls and conference prayer meetings. Like she
Yep.
never stopped
Yeah.
her normal routine.
Exactly.
Because she needed something to kind of keep her sanity together. My husband ended up really throwing himself. Well, we bought a house.
Of course, as one did.
As one does.
During a pandemic.
Of a pandemic. What do you want to do? I don't know. Let's drop a buttload of money and buy a house.
It was a great time for interest rates.
It was an awesome time for interest rates. And we needed to get out of that 2-bedroom condo because we were on top of one another.
Yes.
The three of us. My dude, the girl, and myself.
Yeah.
So we needed to get out of that space. But we ended up buying a house and he threw himself into getting this together, bringing it all together. So that was great. But in between then, his other passion is riding.
Yeah.
He rides a motorcycle. So he was able to update his motorcycles and sort of do some different things with the look of his bike.
Yeah.
Like he likes to do that. He claims he's going to buy it and he's never going to touch it again. But we
No,
know that's a lie. Why are you lying
to yourself?
Man? Don't lie to yourself. So he ended up, really just throwing himself into that.
I started working out during
Did
COVID.
you?
I lost 20-something pounds.
Now, see, that's odd because it usually goes the other way.
Right. So it was a lot of staying home and cooking because I love to eat out. And you eat all the things, but we're staying home cooking.
Yep.
I needed to get away from my family, so I was walking 3 miles a day. And then I would sit on the rowing machine that the landlady had put on the front porch. She was getting rid of it. And I'd prop up my phone and I'd watch television and I would just row. And then a bottle of wine a night, not by myself. I shared it with the husband. But
I wouldn't judge if it were by yourself. Been there, done that.
I have this wine glass that fits a whole bottle. And I was like, I don't believe it. And I did, and I was like, and I poured it, and I kept going. I was like, ooh.
And now you're obligated to drink
I had to.
Because you poured the whole thing in. Waste not, want not.
And I'm like, well, here we go.
Because that's alcohol abuse.
Because I can't put it back.
You can't put it back. So what
are you going to... You drink it.
You drink it.
Those grapes did not give their lives.
For nothing. Sacrifice was felt.
We appreciated it.
Thank you so much for your sacrifice. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. But yeah, it was...
I feel like drinking wine was a lot of people's passion during the
100%. Those delivery guys were on point. They were like, here's the whole case.
For sure.
I'm like, thank you, guy.
I don't think I've ever been in Total Wines as much.
No, we literally got it delivered. And then the woman next door, there was a guy on his bike that would ride with a case of Heineken in the front of his bicycle to drop off next door. And I'd be like, hey, Renee. She'd be like, hey.
She's like, hey, girl. Another delivery? Yes.
Yes, you know it.
Hashtag don't judge.
But it was nice to have anything that really took our minds off of,
just being stuck.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally in limbo. I was blessed with a job that was essential. So I got to, not super essential. I was not a nurse or a doctor or even someone working in a supermarket.
Yeah.
I was doing loan signings. So I got to go out and see people, which was nice. It was dangerous, but nice.
Yeah.
And that really got me through because the human contact was really...
You don't really realize how much you miss it until you don't... as it is with everything. You don't realize how much you miss it and how important it is until you don't have it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was so excited the first time I was able to hug someone.
Yes.
That wasn't my husband or my daughter.
Right.
I was super excited about that. Or even my mom, because we had just moved her into an over 55 community. She was there for 3 weeks.
Oh no! And then everything shut down.
Everything shut down, and she never got a chance to
meet anyone,
right. or form any sort of relationship. So she was going back and forth between her new residence and her old residence where my brother was, but she was keeping her distance from us,
right?
Because we were more of a threat to her than she was to us. So once I was able to hug her, that was nice. But yeah.
So now that COVID is over, what are our passionate hobbies? Like, what do we do?
Still performing for me.
Yeah.
Still performing for me. I'm still very actively involved in theater and acting. Every once in a while, the band and I get back together.
That's awesome.
Yes. Flip the Script, in case anyone wanted to know, is my band. Go check us out on our Facebook page. Thank
Love
you.
it.
Bye-bye.
I support that.
I support that, yes. Support that, please.
I always wanted a band.
Oh, you'd be awesome in a band.
Yeah, that's like one of my life regrets if I don't have many.
Yeah, why? It's never too late to join a band.
My back is all broken now, then I can't wear heels.
Listen, girlfriend, you join a nice little jazz trio where you can prop yourself up on a stool. You don't have to stand, you don't have to move, and you just bless us with your beautiful gift.
I should try it.
You should.
A friend of mine had his birthday party in the city and did it cabaret style and did it as a fundraiser, which I thought was super cool. And it was like, I could do that. I would love to do that. Just stand up there with a martini or a Manhattan,
That's it.
Tell some stories, sing
break
some
into
songs.
some spontaneous singing.
Right. That'd be fantastic.
That's amazing.
I'm going to write that down.
You should. Although I think we're recording it.
For perpetuity.
For perpetuity. And we're going to hold you to it. Remember that time?
Remember that time you said XYZ?
Yes. No, you should definitely do it. For sure. But no, the band definitely keeps me sane. Any way I can, find an audience. And an audience could really just be like these hats here on the wall. I can perform for. That's been my passion. It's
since like little itty bitty?
Since I was 11 years old and I saw Debbie Allen on Fame.
I love it.
Ever since then, I said, that's what I want to do. And my cousins can attest to that because I used to bully them into letting me choreograph things for them and be like, you're going to learn this. And they're like, fine.
So, total tangent. My husband and I were laughing because I have a problem with a lot of theaters doing junior versions of shows. For some reason, it just gets under my skin. Like,
even if it's the kids performing?
No, if the kids are performing, fine. But there's certain shows kids shouldn't be performing. Like, I feel Rent. There should be no Rent Junior.
Is there a Rent Junior?
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
Yes. But the reason why I bring this up, because there's a Fame Junior, but they take out the abortion, they like all that stuff. And so we'll be out in public and we're like, Fame Junior, I want to live forever, Junior. And
oh no.
It exists.
See, I feel that way about Mamma Mia.
Right.
Why are middle schoolers doing Mamma Mia? A show about a woman who could possibly have any one of these three people become baby daddy.
When tell me what's good for rich white people but not good for poor black people.
Mamma Mia. Where you can possibly have three baby
daddies.
Okay.
All right, so veering back. So what did some of your friends do during...
Oh, wow. See, a lot of my friends are theater people, so...
They all did the same thing?
They all did the same thing I was doing. My one girlfriend re-enrolled in school.
That's awesome.
And she's getting her master's.
That's fantastic.
She decided to take this opportunity to really just buckle down and do something she'd been wanting to do for the past 10 years, and she did.
Right.
Well, she is doing. She's currently doing it.
That's fantastic.
Let's see. I think starting a business. I had one friend start a business for event planning. That's something she loved to do that she couldn't do when she was working her 9 to 5 in an office. But now that she's home, she can do that. So
that's fantastic. A lot of people did that. I did that. I started 2 businesses because what else was I going to do?
What else was there to do?
Right.
So you start a business.
Right.
Find a way to make it lucrative.
Let's see. My cousin, she went back to school and now she's a principal.
Oh, wow.
Middle school. Very proud of her.
Yeah, congratulations. And that's brave.
That's brave. Like, to go and when the world comes to a stop,
which it did,
and there's nothing holding you back at this point. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to be brave about? What are you going to dive into that you never thought you had the time to do?
Right.
Because all we had was time.
That was it.
Yeah.
And we take time for granted, so you can't do that anymore.
True story.
Good for her. That's amazing.
Let's see. I think one thing that having hobbies that were halted by COVID taught me was that I'm so people dependent. And I always knew that. I'm a people person, but it was wild.
You didn't like the isolation.
I liked the break.
Okay.
From doing things.
Right.
I like not running around the world, but I would literally, because I was allowed to be on the road, be like, hey, you home? And I'd roll up to someone's driveway and we'd stand and we'd look at each other, but it was enough.
Yeah.
And I did that a lot. And I actually saw more of my friends during COVID in person than I do now. Because once everything ramped back up, now every minute is scheduled.
It's accounted for.
Accounted for.
Yeah, I agree. For sure. I like being around people, but I didn't necessarily mind having the solitude just to sort of turn everything off. Because my husband tells me all the time, I have too many friends. He's like, you have too many best friends.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yes, and I have a best friend, my childhood best friend. Every time I talk about someone, she's like, but that's not a new friend, right? Because we're too old to make friends.
No.
Like, you're never too old to
Apparently,
make
that's
a
a thing.
friend.
There are books out there on how to make friends in your 40s. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? I'll just roll up. Hi, how are you?
My question is, why do you need a book? I need a book to remember how you did it in your 20s?
It's the
exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Okay, so back in the day, I wanted to start a business of being a wing woman.
I'm an awesome wing woman.
You hire me, I'll take you out, you pay for my drinks, I'll introduce you to some people.
Very Hitch. Go ahead.
I would do fantastic. Honestly, you pay me more, I'll do the background check because I love that stuff too.
There's nothing more dangerous than a woman who has access to the internet.
100%.
You can definitely do better background check than the FBI. You're welcome. You're very welcome.
But I think that would be an awesome thing.
You know why you're a great wing woman? Why I think we'd be great wing women? Because we're very extroverted.
Yes.
I'm not afraid to, especially if I have nothing on the line.
Right.
I have nothing at stake here.
Right.
So I have no problem walking up to a random person and just be like, hey.
Yes.
How are you?
Right.
You want to meet somebody awesome? Come with me.
No, that's not how you do it.
That's how you do it.
No. You meet the other person. Hey, what's going on? Find something that you love this place. You like this bar, blah, blah, blah. Start a conversation.
Yes. That's implied.
But the problem is that I might be so awesome.
That they're like...
Here, and I'm like, no, not me, that person
over there.
But they're not you. I know that. That's why I'm here.
Listen, and I'm apologizing for that. However, they're equally awesome.
Right.
See, that's why you can't dive so quickly into the whole...
I can't be super friendly.
You cannot be super friendly.
I gotta keep it business.
In theater, we call that stealing focus.
I always steal focus.
Listen.
I can't help it.
Don't be a scene stealer.
I can't help it. I go out.
We need you to stand in the background and mouth watermelon. That's all I need from you.
I know, I'm lying. I've always done that.
That's it. That
is it. To laugh about that, when I just did Rock of Ages, and people were like, Fallon, we didn't know you could look it like that. And I'm like, really?
What?
I've always been that fabulous.
Girl.
Always.
Where have you been?
Right. What were you looking at?
Listen.
All of this.
I keep my fabulosity under wraps on occasion.
I think we have some free time, actually, so let's just keep going with that.
Okay, yeah. I'm down with that for sure. Wing woman. What would we call our business?
Not just winging it, because...
I do like just winging it, though. I do like
because that sounds like chicken. And we know where that goes.
True story. Okay, so it has to be something to incorporate, like, dating.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
No,
think about that. Because that's a great business idea.
Right. It is a great business idea. Apparently, people pay other people to be like maid of honors.
Yes.
Like maids of honor. Let's get that grammar correct.
Yes. Look at you out here just going wild with the grammar.
I don't want to be someone's maid of honor. That's too much work. But I'll plan your bachelorette party. Because that's where the fun is.
When my girlfriend got married, I missed her bachelorette party because I was traveling and had a delayed flight. So I wasn't able to get to Florida in time enough for the bachelorette party. And she let me know it because the following day she was like, it wasn't a turn up. You weren't there. I wanted to really like turn it up and everybody was just so stuffy. And I was like, listen, there's only one of me.
Right. I can't be everywhere.
I can't be everywhere all at once.
Right.
So you're right. I think doing, bachelorette parties would be fun too.
That was I had 2 bridezilla moments when I got married.
I'm picturing Fallon in a bridezilla moment and I see it. Go ahead.
The first one was my bachelorette party. I made them throw me another one. Well, I didn't make them throw me another one. I complained.
Really?
I complained, and then one of my bridesmaids threw me another one.
It was like, okay, we're going to have a do-over.
But I still won like a third one because I still think there are some things that could be better.
So why didn't you plan your own bachelorette party? Because you can.
Well, now I know I can because I also had to do my own bridal shower, and I was furious.
Who did you have in your wedding party?
I love them all.
Okay.
I love them all.
Okay,
we're all still friends. Wildly.
Amazing.
I know. They put up with me. I love them.
See.
But like I was so stressed out about the shower that I'm like, I just want to show up to things.
But do you?
No.
No. No. Because you're very particular.
I'm
right?
very particular.
You're very type A.
Oh yeah. But
so it's better if you do it yourself.
Well, there's certain things when I travel with my husband. I like to let him do that. Because I work in travel.
Is that where he shines?
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's like so great at it. Like our whole trip next week.
I was going to say next month. Are you going away next month too?
Next week.
Next week. Yeah.
We do have another thing. We're doing a Yankees road trip because we do that every year.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
What's a Yankees road trip?
We go to all the stadiums.
Oh.
So Yankees are playing St. Louis.
You follow the Yankees?
Yes.
At away games?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
St. Louis Cardinals? Am I lying?
Nope, you're not lying. That's what it is. He'll be so happy.
I got the city right. I figured, like, doesn't that count?
There you go.
But we did take a road trip with the kid. The child, we went to London to see the Yankees play the Red Sox.
Ooh.
Yep, that was awesome.
Fun.
The game was way too long. It was like 18-20, like the score, because there was no wind.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, the ball's going wherever we want it. Home run after home run. I'm like, guys, we need to go home now.
That's baseball. That's why I don't watch baseball.
So what do you watch?
Well, I don't do sports ball just in general. But if I had to pick a sport, it would be basketball.
Basketball? Oh, yeah, that's my least favorite.
Really?
The sound of the sneakers squeaking.
Oh, is that what it is?
On the parquet just drives me nuts. And then there's all this showboating for like most of the game. I can sit and watch the last 5 minutes and be okay. I didn't need to watch all the rest of it. 100%.
Oh no. From the first quarter to the last.
Nope, we're going to have a sports episode.
Okay, we will, because although I don't know if I'll have much to contribute because I don't do the sports ball.
But that makes it even funnier.
Okay, cool. That's cool. I watch the Super Bowl as everyone else, but you know I'm only watching the Super Bowl.
For the commercials.
halftime. Oh. Commercials? No. Okay, yes, the commercials too. The commercials too, but then also, mainly for halftime. Depending on who's performing.
I'm a commercials person.
I
like the game. I do in the order, it's football tied very closely with commercials.
Okay.
Commercials slightly less. And then halftime just happens.
I mean, it depends on who's playing and if I actually know anyone on the team.
No, you just pick the hottest player. See,
I go according to the colors of the uniform. Don't judge.
No, everybody's got their thing.
Okay.
So we were at Dick's sporting goods store, and we needed to buy cleats for the kid. And the husband's like, "Oh, let me trick you." And I'm like, "What player is this?" And I'm like, "Oh, he plays for the Angels. He has really cute lips." And I'm like, "That Trout?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I was like, because the Trout pout."
Because Because of his lips?
Yes, he's delicious.
Oh, Trout Pal. What's his
Trout
name?
Pal. Mike Trout.
Okay, Mike Trout. I have to check you out.
He's very delicious.
Look at that. I'm dropping bars over here. Mike Trout. I gotta check it out.
But otherwise, like, Giancarlo Stanton.
Yes, please and thank you. He's a Yankee, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he makes me blush. Before him, it was like Aaron Judge is so cute with his little. He's such a like you want to pinch his cheeks. But it used to be Teixeira because he had the best behind.
Take your word for it.
Woo. And then we would sit along the first base line because our friend had really good seats there, and you just look at the back of number 25 and like yes.
We all have our reasons why we watch.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is Javi from? Javi, I can't remember his last name. Javi Baez. Don't ask me where he plays. Okay. Look him up.
Javi Baez and Mike Trout.
Yes.
All right.
So there you go. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to thank you in advance. No, I like the Super Bowl. I like it in order. Halftime. Commercials. And then if the game is interesting, because there have been a couple of Super Bowls I've caught where I'm just like, this is so anticlimactic. But when they're close, when the score is close and you can really see the hustle. My brother plays football, so
that's awesome.
Really the only reason why. Well, now his boys play, but the main reason why I got into it.
So you didn't like take up working out at all during the COVID?
I walked.
You just walked? I
just walked. My husband and I would walk. You would see us all around our town walking. But no, I didn't take up work. I'm not a big workout person.
Who is really?
Well, some people are.
I know, it's not us though.
For some people, that's a passion.
Yeah, that's not.
They
not
love,
us.
the endorphins and.
Oh, I'm down for endorphins. Yeah. I feel great after I do it. It's just getting to do it. I feel great after
I walk. I just have to work myself up to a walk. Right. But no, I'm a walker and a dancer. I'll dance all day. I can dance for hours and hours and hours.
I'm not a bad dancer. I'm just not great at certain movement. Like tapping is out of this question because my knees are bad.
True.
I don't think I dance with enough conviction to make it convincing that I love what I'm doing.
Because you're not confident in what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you like choreographed dancing or do you like
I like just dancing. Like freestyle, that's fine. Yeah. But I went to a dance school up and away in Jersey. And they put me in an intermediate class, and I was not ready for it. And I kept telling them, no, you'll be fine. And I broke down crying.
They put you in an intermediate class? Why?
They were like, you do theater, you'll be fine. No, I wasn't. I don't know what a jeté is and blah, blah. Right. And it got to the point where I broke down, and I sobbed, and I marched out, and I never went back.
Oh.
So now I'm hesitant to go back, because I don't want to be embarrassed.
But you do musicals, right?
Yeah.
And there's choreography in musicals.
Yeah. I can do that. That's fine.
Okay.
Don't ask me what the steps mean. Like, if I have a choreographer who has, like, words, no. Just tell me where to move.
Okay. See, I find, especially in community theater, in the community, I hate saying community theater. Yeah. I feel like it cheapens it somehow, but theater in the community, I feel like, because most of us are not professionals, because I've been paid, but...
Yes, I've been paid once or twice.
I've been paid once or twice. But I feel like because this is something that they do as their passion...
Right.
That you have to simplify it.
Right.
And the best way to simplify it is to put choreography onto lyrics.
Right. And that's 100%. That's where I stick. Yeah. It sticks in my brain.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm not a workout person. I would rather dance. Yeah. My husband gets up and goes to the gym religiously 4:30 every morning. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
May he stay blessed. And he looks amazing.
He does.
But
I did it before I got married. And then I was like, no.
I can't tell you how many gyms I've joined. And I've gone maybe a total of 5 times each time, but I kept paying them.
Right.
So I was like, why waste my money?
The husband and I used to do it as a dating thing. We would meet
that's sweet.
at the gym. I would take the bus, he would drive, and we'd meet there and we'd work out. And like that was a thing.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that gross? I love it.
It is. It's sickening. You guys.
Yeah. But I think it's time we move on to our segment. What are we watching? What are we listening to? What are we reading? We'll give this a better name later.
We will. But for right now, what am I watching?
What are you watching?
Ted Lasso.
I'm watching The Mandalorian. Season 3.
My husband's watching The Mandalorian.
Oh, so good.
I love all of the little guest pop-ups.
Yes! I can't wait to... because I sit in spoilers, and so, like, I know Lizzo's coming.
Well, also, she posted that on her Instagram.
I know.
Oh, did you not know that? Did we spoil that for you?
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. If you follow Lizzo on Instagram, you see it because she does some BTS stuff.
Love it.
On her Instagram. Well, I'm watching Ted Lasso because I just love that show.
What is it on?
It's on Apple TV.
Which I don't have. One of the few.
Well, I do. We'll fix that.
Okay. I'll find you.
Find me. Watching that. And my regular television, Grey's Anatomy, Station 19.
I got sucked into Scandal.
Did you not see that when it was running?
Nope.
What?
The child used to watch it. She's like 6 months old, rocking out, watching Scandal. I'm like, baby, go home. Wait, you are home. Go to your bed. Here's a bottle. Go to bed.
You're just now watching? Oh, it's so good.
And not even watching all of it. Just the Orlit stuff.
Oh, okay.
I don't need to see. I don't need to see like Millie and everything else. I don't need the drama. I just need them.
Oh no, you gotta watch it from the beginning.
All right, fine, maybe. But because also,
and they reference. That's one of the things I like about Shonda Rhimes' writing is she refers back to earlier things in later seasons.
I regret that I didn't get into any of her shows. That's a long time regret
Shonda.
because I love the drama. Mm-hmm. I love a drama, but if no one's dying regularly, I'm not watching.
Okay.
So,
all right.
That's just me.
Although I feel like on Scandal, people are dying regularly.
Oh, but How to Get Away with Murder, that should have been my show. And I never watched it.
It's not too late. It's on Netflix.
I know it's not too late. But also, I'm rewatching Daredevil because that's tying into the MCU. I'm big on the
MCU. Yeah. Because wasn't the actor who was in Daredevil on the Netflix show, wasn't he in the last... He was, right?
He was in, whatchamacallit?
Oh, what was it? I just saw it.
What, Boardwalk Empire?
Whoa.
The guy who's playing...
Daredevil?
Yes, Charlie Cox. He was in Boardwalk Empire. He was in...
She-Hulk.
Yes.
But no, there was something else too, I feel.
He's so delicious. Anyway, slice it.
Anyway,
he's delicious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All those imps. Don't even get me started. On like Captain America, Chris Evans, Christopher Jamal Robert Evans.
Is that what?
His name is not Jamal.
It's like, wait, are you lying to me?
I feel like he likes brown sugar in his coffee. And I'm not mad at it.
Oh yeah, I feel that too. So let's recommend one thing we are currently watching on television right now.
If you're not watching Ted Lasso, watch Ted Lasso.
Okay.
For sure. Jason Sudeikis outdoes himself.
Right.
I love him and Brendan Hunt together. That whole cast is just amazing. But also, I love UK stuff.
Okay.
Just in general. Right. But I love Jason Sudeikis.
I can't recommend The Mandalorian unless you are so elbow deep into, the lore of Star Wars, because it's not.
I got into it.
Right. So I have no recommendations.
But as you can see, can you see the sabers there? Yes. My husband is.
I love it. I'm that person in my house. It's fine.
Lord of mercy.
You'll be seeing more things like that.
Jiminy. Well, what are you listening to?
What am I listening to? Podcast wise? Oh my gosh, it's even worse. It's called Book Burners, and it's like the Da Vinci Code meets like vampire hunters or demon slayers.
Really?
It's wild. It's a audio thing on Amazon. On Apple. Mm-hmm. And basically, the Vatican has this elite group of people who go and fight demons. Mm-hmm. And my husband says I'm ridiculous for listening to it, but it's fantastic.
Why are you ridiculous?
Because the woman's voices aren't the greatest, and she does like all the...
Okay, I have to say, as someone who listens to audiobooks on a regular basis, when you find an actor who's reading it and they don't change up the characters' voices or change their inflections... Right. It drives me batty. It's
just her accents are horrible, but I still love the story, so I just let it slide.
Okay. Well, I guess if the story is really good, you can kind of look the other way.
Yeah.
On some things, but yeah.
But again, if you don't like fantasy, if you don't like demons, if you don't like meat walls, this is not...
What in the world is a meat wall?
It's a wall made out of meat.
It's literally a wall made out of meat.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't like those. I'm seeing it in my mind.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I'm inwardly cringing. So I won't do a meat wall.
All right. So one thing you're listening to.
What am I listening? Well, I guilty pleasure. And again, don't judge me. I listen to... I'm a rom-com reader. Uh-huh. I just finished Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. All of her stuff is just so good. I'm waiting for someone to post that they've bought the rights to it and they're making it into a movie.
Oh.
And again,
you'd be going by yourself.
That's okay. I will go alone. And then when it comes out on streaming, I will buy it. I'm even gonna wait for it to be free. I will buy it.
And make me watch it.
In my library, and then when you were here, I will make you watch it.
That's fine. That's fine. Well, I think our producer's giving us the eye.
Okay.
That we talk too much.
All right. He wouldn't be the first.
It won't be the last.
To tell me to shut my face. Thank you so much.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us on our inaugural episode. We hope to have more awesome things for you later. Mm-hmm. Send us some information once we get our Instagram up and running.
Yes.
You can
send us some thoughts, comments, questions.
Right.
Yeah. Share. We love this. We do.
Thank you, Tasha.
Thank you, Fallon. This was great.
This is fun.
All right. Well.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to No Roadmap with Tasha and Fallon. Follow us on IG at No Roadmap Pod. Send us your questions, ideas, and reactions. Tell us all the things because we're going to tell you all the things. Until next time, bye.